Lutheran High School is a whole lot more than just a building out here in West St. Paul. It's people. Teachers and students living together as Christians. Oh, that doesn't mean that the students out here have halos. Just like any family, we have our good days and our bad ones, our ups and our downs. But what makes St. Croix really special is that whether you're up or down, Christ can take an active role in everything we do here. He is the invisible teacher in every classroom. He is the unseen member on every team. And when you're having those ups and downs that all families have, well, your teachers can remind you that Jesus still has a place in your life even then. That's the freedom we have here at St. Croix. We don't just educate your mind and train your body, we also feed your soul so you can keep growing as a Christian. In other words, we are able to train your soul, your mind, and your body. Well, don't just take my word for it. Take a look around. We have a special tour just for you. Come on. I think you'll see there's a place just waiting for you at St. Croix.
Hi. Let's take a look at what we do outside the classroom first, okay?
Then we'll show you what we do in class.
Good. Let's start with sports. Do you like sports? Well, you can play sports at St. Croix, and you don't have to be a superstar either.
With about 210 students, we're small enough so that just about everybody who wants to play can. You see, there's a place for you at St. Croix on the playing field, not just on the bench.
But we're large enough to offer quite a variety of sports, too.
Football,
Volleyball for the girls,
basketball in the winter for boys and girls.
there's a 9th grade team, junior varsity, and varsity for the boys.
And the girls have both an A and a B squad. And when you get to spring, there's both baseball and track.
And of course, during the school day, we have Phi Ed classes where you can try your hand at sports like trampolining, badminton, and even bowling. If you like to get people fired up for cheering, you can be a cheerleader too. Hear that music in the background? That's our band. You can play in a beginner's band, the cadet band, in the Crusader band, or in a jazz band.
The Crusader Band puts on concerts at different times during the year. They also march in parades around the community.
Of course, if you like to sing, you get to sing every day at St. Croix in our chapel services. And if you would like to get into a chorus and learn even more about singing, you can join the Crusader Choir.
There's even a select singing group called the Croix who go out to sing in congregations for their Sunday services and at special group meetings. You might like to try out for that group.
Well, that's a good summary of what happens outside the classroom, but you do have to study here too, right?
Sure. Whether you are planning to go on to college, prepare to be a pastor or teacher in the church, or get a job right after high school, there is a place for you here at St. Croix, and there are classes to prepare you no matter which direction you are headed.
Come on into our science lab. Here you can study biology, chemistry, physics, or general science. It's getting better equipped all the time.
And if you like math, you can study algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and advanced math.
In fact, we have an Apple II computer at St. Croix, so if you want to study computer sciences, you'll be able to do it right here.
In our English classes, you learn how to write, study literature, drama, and poetry.
That reminds me, Some of our extracurricular opportunities for writers are the school paper and the yearbook.
And if you like acting, you can get into the Children's Theater each year. There are other plays we put on, too.
If you are interested in preparing to be a pastor or teacher in the church, you can also take Latin and German here at St. Croix.
Maybe you're interested in going into business. You can get typing, shorthand, accounting, and other business courses.
We even have an arrangement worked out with the vocational training school if you want to get some on-the-job training.
Maybe you have an interest in art and want to develop your skills.
You'll also be able to learn a lot more about your world in history, social studies classes, and current events.
We have regular religion classes, too, that everybody takes, so we can understand God and our Christian faith a lot better.
But religion class isn't the only class where we might talk about God and Christ. That's the special advantage of St. Croix. When a question comes up regarding our Christian faith, we can talk about it, no matter what class it is.
And outside of class, too, our teachers are willing to give us extra help if we need it.
Whether we're in the classroom or in some activity, St. Croix helps us remember that we are not just part-time Christians.
And we're not ho-hum Christians either. We're Christians for life, all the time and everywhere.
What do you say? Don't you think there's a place for you at St. Croix?
Our tour is almost over, but I hope you remember what you saw here, and I hope you'll come back, not as a visitor, but as a fellow student.
Well, there you have it, my young friend. Think about it. Here's a school which not only trains your mind and your body, but feeds your Christian faith so you can be more certain of God's love and better equipped to live for Him. And by the way, ask your parents to think about it, too. You see, there's a place just waiting for you at St. Croix.
It's time to start thinking about what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what's the next step. It's definitely time to take a closer look at St. Croix Lutheran High School in West St. Paul, where students are getting ready for their next big step.
The mission of our school is to prepare young people in all aspects of their life. First and foremost is to prepare our young people spiritually, academically, and physically, and to do all three of these in an environment that is Christian, that is family, and that is supportive.
At St. Croix, you'll get courses that fit your current interests and your future plans.
We offer a wide assortment and levels of courses, especially in the areas of English and math. We really try to give kids a good start in that way.
You can take a lot of different classes. You can take what you want for what you want to do in the future. Like, I want to go to Germany, so I'm taking German right now.
Our courses will prepare you for college.
I like math because it challenges me, and I want to be a doctor when I grow up, so I have to take a lot of math courses in the future so I can be prepared.
Chemistry is a lot of fun. We get to do a lot of hands-on learning, a lot of experiments, and that's an easy way for me to learn about chemistry.
This year I'm in an advanced placement calculus course. At the end of the year, we're encouraged to take the advanced placement test, And also this year I'm in an advanced Latin class. It's Roman comedy, and I got into that by taking a Latin literature AP test last year.
They will also prepare you for life.
Religion classes aren't the same as you would take in grade school. They're a lot more upbeat, open discussion, not just lecture. We talk about the controversial issues in society today. We really get a chance to apply religion to our lives.
My favorite class would have to be economics class, and one of the main things that we do in there is we get into families and we're assigned a certain amount of money that we have to make a budget from. And we have to decide how much money we're going to spend on food or clothes, and that's really fun.
Well, this year health is my favorite class, and it's really cool because we get to learn about emotions and how they affect us and how to deal with them and how we shouldn't deal with them. And it teaches us more about how to be better people.
Our teachers will challenge you to stretch your abilities and reach for your goals.
Education is a lot more than obtaining facts and then giving them back to an instructor. A true education is obtaining the information and then using it, processing it, critical thinking, problem solving. These are the things that we stress here at St. Croix Lutheran High School.
I really enjoy teaching all of my classes, and the unique part of it, I think, is you're able to reach each one of the students at what they're talented at, what they like, what they love, going at their hearts. Maybe it's drawing cartoons, or maybe it's reading poetry or bringing music into it. Anything like that to reach the kids, I think, is really important.
Most of our religion classes are discussion classes, where it's okay to ask the challenging questions, because we always want to go back to God's Word to get the answers so we can apply them to our daily lives.
At St. Croix, there's always help when you need it.
Last year, I have 3 ESL classes that helped me a lot in learning English. Also, science and other classes helped me a lot. It will make my dream come true. I want to be a doctor.
The teachers really seem to care a lot about the students. They are available whenever they can be, like your study hall, before school, after school, whenever you need them, you can usually find them. And I've even called my teachers on the weekends at home or whatever if I couldn't understand something.
Through our competitive sports program, you can develop skills and friendships too.
Wrestling is great because it's a team sport, because all your points that you score, they go to the team. But it's also an individual sport because you're the one who's out there on the mat for those 6 minutes, and there's a lot of focus on you and what you're doing out there.
I like basketball because you get to be with all your friends and you get to know lower classmen and upper classmen. And if you have a problem, you got people supporting you, they're on your side.
As a sophomore on the varsity basketball team, I found it to be a really enjoyable experience overall. The seniors on the team took me under their wing and they supported me, both on and off the court.
We offer tons of student activities where you can build leadership skills.
Well, when you understand that God gives you those abilities, the teachers will encourage you all the more to use those gifts, whether they be in music with our band and choral groups, or in drama with our 2 plays a year, or our debate team and Chapel of Devotions if you're good at speaking, and of course with athletic talent, all the sports we offer, everything, we are always encouraged to use our God-given abilities.
Okay, well, I'm involved in a lot of fine arts instead of sports and activities, like I'm on the National Honor Society, and I'm also involved in choir and drama, which are my favorites. They're my sports. I love choir because we get to work in a large group and everybody participates together, and you really need to be a team, just like you would have to do on a basketball court, but in a whole different setting.
I'm in student council, and I'm also in Right Triangle. And Right Triangle is a group that helps those who need our help and are facing difficult times, and so we're just trying to be there for them so they have some positive support.
At St. Croix, you'll feel like you're part of one big family.
It's a lot of fun. People always say hi, like in the hallways when you're walking from class to class, in the commons during lunchtime. You can sit by a lot of your friends and talk to them. You can always meet new friends as long as with your old classmates that come from grade school. It's a big family here.
We have lots of people from Rochester and St. Cloud coming from like an hour and a half away just to be with us. And we have people from Hong Kong and Taiwan and Japan that come halfway around the world just to be with us, and that's a great honor for us.
For those a long way from home, we have a dorm attached to the school.
I live in the dorms, and it's a lot of fun because I have all my friends around me, and we get along really well. And my roommate's really great.
Well, I live in the dorm. People there, we are like brothers and sisters. We play pool together, we watch TV together, we study together. And sometimes we think about our future.
When you graduate from here, you'll be well prepared for what's ahead.
Our St. Croix Lutheran High School students score higher than the Minnesota average, as well as the national average on the ACT test.
We have our religion classes, we have our chapel, but the real purpose of those classes is not just to give them a lot of head knowledge, but so that they can turn it into hard action and plug it into their daily lives. We give them opportunities to practice their faith so that they can take it from these halls.
Nearly all of our students plan to continue their education after they graduate.
Well, after St. Croix, I want to go to college, hopefully to either College of St. Benedict's or St. Olaf. And if everything goes as planned, I want to be a doctor, or else maybe a physical therapist or occupational therapist.
I like to be in the military. My first choice would be to go to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, and my second choice would have to be West Point.
Wherever you go after high school, come to St. Croix Lutheran for high school. You'll have the time of your life.